everyone, this is just a quick video and I thought I'd do a little series on busting fragrance myths. There are so many myths out there about fragrances, so many expectations of how you should wear your fragrance, what type of fragrance you should wear to what particular type of occasion, season, weather, age. There's so many things that are put out there and people expect other people to comply, and I thought I would just do a little bit of busting some of those myths and expectations and trends, I guess. And we're starting today with the myth that you should wear heavy fragrances in the winter, that you shouldn't be reaching for your summer type freshies. So to show you myself that I am not following that trend, today I'm wearing Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Now I'm already wearing it, but I'm going to chuck some more on now just so you can see that I'm genuinely wearing this fragrance. So for those of you that don't know, Neroli Portofino is extremely fresh. Starts with lots of citruses and neroli. Neroli is basically like orange blossom, but it comes from the same place as orange blossom, but it's more bitter. It's just extracted in a different way, and it's a little bit bitter and a little bit green, as well as orangey and fresh. So it's very, very citrusy and fresh in the opening, and you can see that it comes in a aquamarine coloured clear bottle, so that gives you the impression of the sea, a beautiful Mediterranean sea on a bright sunny day where you can see all the way through to the sand and the shells through the sea. So the bottle definitely gives you that summery impression, and it gives you a summery vibe for sure, because it's so citrusy and fresh, and it feels like you've got bushes of orange blossom blowing in the breeze and just fresh air. It's totally summery. However, it smells beautiful in the winter. So what it can do is it can transport you. So you're on a cold, dull, dark winter day. So it's about 4 p.m. here in the UK. There's not much light left outside. I'm having to use the ring light so that you can see my face and my bright red lippy. Don't normally rock a red lip, but I'm doing it for this video. Let me know if you like it or not. And it can be kind of depressing. So sometimes one way to counteract that depressing, dark, cold, damp feeling, that fog, sometimes the best way to combat that is with a little bit of aromatherapy, and that's by choosing fragrances that transport you to summery, happier, brighter, fresher times. So one of those fragrances is Neroli Portofino. A lot of people will act as if a fresh fragrance won't last in the cold weather. It won't perform, it won't project. Now that is bullshit. True, if you are out in the freezing cold weather, you know, when it's so cold you can barely breathe, like you get that feeling up your nose, it's almost like a chemical feeling up your nose, and it's the thickness of the air is just, it's so bitter, sharp and cold that you can barely smell anything. True, a heavier fragrance is going to survive better and be more noticeable in that circumstance. But I don't know about you, of course, and there are some people that do have to work out in freezing conditions all year round. But I would say for the majority of people, we get the pleasure of being indoors, whether we work in an office or in a warehouse or shop, or whether we're at home more often than not. Maybe we work from home, maybe we're mothers and fathers, whatever that may be. For the most part, I'd say a lot of people have the privilege of working indoors, and in that respect you don't have to worry about wearing a winter fragrance in winter or a summer fragrance in summer, because your summer fragrances are going to perform just as well in the winter if you're indoors. It's going to make no odds, and they can just bring a little bit of sunshine to you and to the people around you. So I just don't think you need to be worrying about seasons. Just pick the fragrance you feel like wearing. Now, I'm not going to lie, I tend to gravitate more towards my thicker, sweeter, heavier fragrances in the winter, but then really all year round actually. My freshies, the likes of Neroli Portofino and Pomelo Paradis from Atelier Cologne, I love those fragrances, but actually even in summer they don't get that much wearing, because I actually find that the sunshine kills them so quickly that if I'm outdoors, if I'm out walking around in the sun or sunbathing, that I have to spray a lot and I have to soak my clothes for them to survive. So actually I tend to reach for my heavier fragrances more often than not. But that's another matter. I'm just busting the myth that you do not have to wear heavy fragrances. You do not have to wear oud, leather, tobacco and very sweet fragrances in the winter just because people tell you you should. But of course, if you love those fragrances, and many of us frag heads, we do truly love those type of fragrances, then winter does feel more appropriate for them, because sometimes they can be cloying in the summer. But if you love your freshies, don't let anyone tell you you can't wear them in the summer, and don't let other people tell you how they perform. Judge it for yourself. You may disagree with me. You may say that when you wear your freshies, your Pomelo Paradis or anything else fresh in the winter, that you may well find that you don't notice it as much on yourself as you do in the summer. But it's all personal. It's personal preference, it's subjective. And it's another myth really is that you often see people say, I can't wait to wear that in the summer because it's going to be beastly, that's going to really perform. Actually, as I said earlier, the sun kills your fragrances, and lighter scents, citrusy scents, get killed quicker than heavier scents. So when people say they can't wait to wear it in the summer, I can understand from the point of view that it's going to smell fresh and clean, it's going to make them feel really great because it's so fresh, but it's not going to outperform in the summer what it does in the winter. It's not going to perform really any better. So really what I'm saying is wear what you like, when you like, don't follow the pack, don't worry about what anyone else thinks, and just enjoy your fragrances, enjoy the ones you've got, enjoy exploring new fragrances, be open to trying anything anytime. Don't worry about what season it is, do what works for you. And as I say, you may well completely disagree with me, and that's fine. Just do what you want to do. But I'm just trying to put it out there. You don't need to worry about seasons and occasions, genders and ages, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you can't put an age on Neroli Portofino. Neroli Portofino is fresh, yet it has this musky, clean, like fresh laundry hanging across a wildflower meadow kind of feel. Could almost come off a little bit sunscreen like, where it's just so citrusy and fresh. And the dry down's described by the company as amber. I get more of a musky dry down myself. That's how I always describe it. But yeah, Neroli Portofino is an excellent fragrance no matter what the weather, in my humble opinion. So that was just a quickie for you. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.